What's up guys, welcome back. This is a part 2 video on my 30cc gas ready to run FS Racing Hummer. This is the one I paid $490 for from thehobbyworks.com. In a prior part 1 video of this, please feel free to watch it. I unboxed it and basically spent about 20 minutes going over all the weird intricate issues on this RC. And yes, I actually saved some for this video. So don't be too upset, we're not going to be starting this one right now. I will be doing that in a part 3 of the series. That is normally how I do it. Part 1 is unboxing. Part 2, which is what this is going to be more weirdness and pre-start checks. We're going to take a look inside the cylinder with my boroscope. We're going to check out the actual inside of the motor. We're also going to be doing a compression test with my compression tester. I did this on my Red Cat, and I'm actually interested to see what compression we'll get. In the first part of this video, I said I will be using this Redline 2-stroke oil, but for some reason, right, I have 4 oils right here. So let me go through my oil choices to you right now. This is what I've been running in my Roving gas buggy. Very good oil, the Castor 927. It's of the priciest of the bunch right here, which is why I have been shopping for different brands so far. But overall, this has been fantastic, no issues at all. I've been using this Klotz Super Techniplate in my Red Cat Rampage. This is a slightly cheaper oil than the Castor 927, very good too. And now we're down to these 2 oils. I initially thought I would be using this Redline 2-stroke oil in this RC, and then I bought it, I smelled it. Let me smell it for you right now on camera. Oh my god, I cannot even smell that. If any of you know what this smells like, put it in the comments below. I cannot even say that word. It's gonna have to be a curse, guys. But it's like a mix of rotting fish, maybe eggs. Pretty much the worst smell you could possibly imagine without having to curse on video. So then I began shopping around for another highly rated oil. I wanted to go with something that was a castor based oil, and this is Klotz Racing Castor Oil Benol. This is one of the cheapest ones I was able to find, so let's smell it. I hope this does better. Oh man, this smells so good. I don't know if it's like me or the fact that I have a minor cold, but this kind of smells like bubblegum to me. Any of you guys think this smells like bubblegum? Let me give it another whiff. Oh man, this is really good. I might have to put this on like toast later or something. I don't know, it's pretty good. It's kind of addicting. So right, yeah, I'm gonna be using this in the FS Racing Hummer, just so you guys know for future reference. I've also had a good amount of time to examine the steering issue. Now, honestly, my least favorite thing, and I showed it in the first part of this video, was the steering. The servo is actually not bad at all, but the steering travel is just so minimal. I could not understand what the situation was. I have noticed that there's something blocking it. So we're going to take a look at that later on in the video. For now, let's see how this thing does as a bartender. In case you ever run out of space in your household and you don't have any room in your medicine cabinet, you don't have any room in your refrigerator, you don't have any room somewhere under your sink or in the freezer, you could always use your FS Hummer right over here as a bar. What am I going to be doing? I'm actually going to be using this cool ledge here in the back of the chassis. I joked around about this in the unboxing video, just how much it actually protrudes out of the back, that you could in fact stick a shot glass on it, and I'm doing just that. So the only question at this time is, what am I going to be drinking right over here? Unfortunately, I did come down with a bit of a cold, and I will be drinking this cold medicine right now. Okay, the pouring station is prepared. Let's see this happen. Here we go. Full serving of some nice cold and flu medication. Look at that, perfect bartender, guys. You don't even have to tip it. Cold medicine tastes terrible. Let's move on to something better. Alright guys, we got my Roving Baja buggy right over here against the enormous Losi MTXL. Look at how big this thing is compared to the Baja. Nice. Okay, we have the remote on. Let me show you once again how terrible the steering is. The receiver battery is all charged. Look at this, guys. This is max steering. Oh my God. Oh man, this is the worst I have ever seen. So let's take the body off and see what we have to work with. I have a creative solution on how to increase some of the steering throw from left to right. Once again, check this out. It's very, very limited. So from this top view, I think I've noticed what the issue is. You see these little caps that I talked about? I didn't know what the purpose of these were in the prior video. The ones that are attached with these really terrible Phillips screws. So as you steer, let me lift the front of this. Notice the travel. Right, it literally hits the side of the suspension arm. Since it really doesn't do anything, why don't I just remove them from the top and bottom, and we will see if that really changes anything. Right, so I removed one of these. You could tell that there's really nothing here. There are matching cups right here on the bottom as well. We'll remove both of them. Hopefully just removing these cups will increase some of the steering throw. Honestly, already much improved. Look at that. The angle is already much, much better. Okay, let's see. Look at that. Much better, guys. Much better. So the actual steering throw improved greatly. There still is a good amount of flex, but honestly, the servo horn itself seems to be doing a good job. It is moving a good amount right over there. So, guys, watch this. You see that? It's still moving a lot. I have the receiver box open. Check out how much space there is in here. Now that is only because this 1300 milliamp hour capacitor receiver pack is just extremely small. I've never seen such a small underpowered pack in a fit scale RC, but you know what? It does the job just fine. Obviously, you just basically got to charge this more. I probably will be putting in a larger 2500 milliamp hour capacity from a Red Cat in the future. Correct something I said about the fuel cap in the last video. Let me just take it out. I just wanted to make sure you guys all know that this is not a Satanist symbol. This is the anarchy symbol. So for all of you guys that corrected me, I'm really happy that you know. I'm not going to ask you how you know, but hey, FS Racing is into the anarchy, so I wonder what it's going to run like. Hopefully it doesn't give me a nightmare. To access the spark plug, all you got to do is remove the screws from the top of this roll cage. It's a nice aluminum piece. Basically, this is just slide down like so. You only need to remove the two right over here, and this will slide down. Of course, if you want it to be easier to slide, you should also loosen these a little bit. Here we go. No need to actually disassemble all of it. This will just slide down and you have access to the top of your spark plug right over here. Now let's remove the spark plug itself and check it out. Okay, here we go. The plug, to check whether this is an NGK plug, it does say CMR7H, which is the same as the NGK plug that you're supposed to use in these small engines. But check this out. It doesn't say NGK, it says Torch. It's kind of interesting. So it's a Torch CMR7H. Only time will tell whether this thing actually performs really well, but I don't see anything wrong with it. It looks like a pretty good plug to me. And now, as I usually do, I'm going to put some of this 3-in-1 oil into the new motor before we give it a first start in the next couple of videos. Okay, let me spin the pulsar a little bit. This is a good opportunity to test for a spark, so let's see if we could see anything coming out of here at the electrode on the bottom. Yep, we got spark, guys. I could see it. Okay, time for a compression test on the Red Cat. I got 120, which is really high. Anything above 100 is good. Okay, let's see. Exactly the same, 120 psi. The Red Cat and this one are actually the same. I'm actually not surprised that the Red Cat and the FS Racing have the same 120 psi compression. In fact, these are probably the same exact motors. Okay guys, I have my endoscope all set up. Here's a visual of my hand right over here. Let's stick it down the spark plug hole. Let's see what we see inside. Alright, looks nice in there. You see this little arrow right over here on the computer? That is pointing towards the exhaust port, which is normal. I've actually seen this arrow in my Rovan, so that's kind of nice actually. It looks pretty clean inside. Obviously, it's a new engine, but over time, we're gonna check inside and see if there's any buildup from the actual castor oil that I'm gonna be using this time. Let's cycle the pull start, see what it looks like. Here we go. Yep, not bad. As expected. Here's a good size comparison of the FS Hummer. I have it right up against my Rovan and my Red Cat. Now, clearly the Red Cat is bigger. It's actually bigger than the Rovan Buggy, surprisingly enough. The Red Cat's actually become my favorite RC. I mean, look at how good looking it is. I mean, you cannot deny it. Look at this 4x4 VXL Stampede compared to all of these 1/5 scales. Pretty incredible. But I gotta say, the tires on the Hummer are pretty great. Take another look in the back and see the fuel tank. It is actually really enormous. It is basically the width of this entire chassis. You guys notice how the drive shaft goes right through the fuel tank? A very similar and identical type of design as my Red Cat. Really nice because you have kind of a partition here in the middle. The fuel tank is not all one type of cavity. So really nice. I've noticed that this works really well for, you know, controlling the fuel inside, so it doesn't really splash that much. And it gets a pretty consistent pickup of fuel no matter if you're cornering or, you know, pulling pretty high G-forces. Here is the pull start. Let's see inside. It's probably gonna have a plastic cog. Yes, there's a plastic cog, which is what you expect. You could see right here through the top of the cover, it pulls this little it pulls this piece right here, and that is literally what pull starts your engine. So normal, I haven't had any issues with my pull start because, you know, I pretty much know what I'm doing. I don't pull the hell out of these things, and if you don't do that, they're gonna last a long time. Okay guys, you made it to the end of the second part of this. I promise soon in the third part, we will start this up and see what it's all about. I have no doubt it'll probably perform just like the Red Cat. In fact, this is almost a direct copy of the Rampage platform, which I have no problems with. I've grown to like it, and honestly, I could say I've grown to love it. It is one of the cheapest competitors to the King Motors and Rovan brands. Here in the US, there really isn't much competition for the 1/5 scales other than, you know, the overpriced Team Losi and the HPI. So this is what I've had to resort to myself. There it is, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more.